Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So while you never want to see injuries to a teammate, one person who should definitely be a little bit happy, is Justine Pissott. Now, don't get it twisted, injuries suck, they really do. But if you're looking at this purely from a basketball opportunity standpoint, this is huge for her. Because Justine Pissott is the only player, the only one who even has a puncher's chance of making the Indiana Fever roster who is not currently on it. Because they've got her signed to a developmental deal. Now, why did they do that? Well, it's simple. They understand the reality of the situation. If they didn't lock her in, if they didn't secure her on that deal, another team would have stepped in immediately, and signed her to a minimum developmental contract. That's not even a debate, that's just facts. And if you're Justine Pissott right now, you're looking at tomorrow's game like, this is it. This is the moment. This is where everything changes. Literally everything. I'm not even joking. She will make $200,000 to play basketball tomorrow. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. Because either the Fever look at her and go, okay, we're cutting somebody else, we're keeping you, or another team watches, sees enough, and says, yeah, we want that. That's it. That's the reality. That's how close she is. And you gotta be real about that. No sugarcoating, no bullshit. Now, let's actually talk about the player. You've got someone who is 6'4", a shooter with what looks like a near 7-foot wingspan. And when you watch her play, the first thing that stands out is how damn pure everything looks. Like seriously, the jump shot, clean. The mechanics, smooth. The release, effortless. And I mean that, effortless. There's also that quick trigger, that ability to get a shot off at the last possible second. Defenders think they've got time, they think they're closing out, and boom, ball's already gone. She creates her own window in a split second, and because of her length, even when she's contested, it doesn't always matter. Defensively, she's not elite yet, let's be honest, she's not. But her length? That shit changes things. At the top of a zone press, you can already see it. Deflections, passing lane disruption, easy steals turning into easy layups. That's not nothing. That's value, real value. And teams, they always notice that kind of physical advantage. That's why people compare her to a poor man's Elena Delle Donne. Like, really poor man's EDD. But even that comparison says a lot, because the archetype is there. She's not that level, obviously, don't be stupid, but you can see the mold. And to be fair, she said it herself. She doesn't just want to stand outside and shoot. She likes going inside. She likes mixing it up. So she's trying to build that inside-out game, similar to Elena Delle Donne, but in her own way. More team-oriented, more developmental, more raw. Now, here's the thing people forget. She's barely been in the league. She's still adjusting, still learning, still figuring shit out. And yeah, this game is pure, like stupid pure. And beyond that, her post-game, it's improving. If you've been paying attention, the footwork is getting better, the confidence is growing, she's taking more shots inside, post fades, controlled finishes, smarter decisions. That's development, real development. Now, put that into context. She's going up against a Liberty team that is not going 100% in preseason. We've seen this before. They don't fully lock in defensively. They just don't. And on the Fever side, you've got absences, a lot of them. Aaliyah Boston is injured, Damiris Dantas isn't there, Lexi Hull is out. That changes everything. Rotations, completely different. So what does that mean? Players on this team taller than 5'9"? Caitlin Clark, Maisha Hines-Allen, Monique Billings, Sophie Cunningham, KK Timpson, and Justine Pissott. That's 6 players. 6! And because of that, there are going to be minutes available. My guess? KK Timpson plays a lot of the 5, which opens up minutes at the 3, the 4, maybe even the 2 if they go big. Now, if you look back at last year's preseason rotations, you get a blueprint. Minutes were spread out, but not evenly. Some players got real runs, others barely touched the floor. Dewana Bonner, 27 minutes. Sophie Cunningham, 34. Yvonne Ejim, 5. Brown, 15. KK Timpson, 9. And some didn't even play. That's the reality. Even now, there's uncertainty. You don't know if Jessica Timmons plays, Megan McConnell, Kayana Traylor. Nobody knows. But one thing feels clear. Justine Pissott is going to play. She will get minutes. Before all these absences, maybe she's looking at 5 minutes. Now, 10 to 13. That's a massive difference. Because one small performance can change everything. We've seen it. Last year, KK Timpson, 4 points in overtime, boom, people start paying attention. That's all it takes. Sometimes it's that simple. And compare that to others who struggled. Yvonne Ejim, limited minutes. Didn't look great. Damiris Dantes didn't even play. Doors open when others don't step through. Now the Fever, they can't just sit everyone. They still need structure, they still need functioning lineups. So yeah, Caitlin Clark might play limited minutes, maybe around 15. But others, they're filling the gaps. Sophie Cunningham, ramping up. Ty Harris, working back. Rotations, mixed, messy, unpredictable. And that leads to the real question. How many wing minutes are actually available? They're not putting Caitlin Clark at small forward, obviously, so you're looking at Sophie Cunningham, backups behind her, and that's where Pissott comes in. Her minutes might start small, maybe too early, but overall, it's a real opportunity. Compare that to a fully healthy rotation, she might max out at 6 minutes. Now, double, maybe triple. That's not small, that's huge. More chances, more possessions, more moments. If the Liberty play loose defense, and they will, she's getting looks. 4 open threes, hits 2, that's enough. Couple steals, disrupts plays, that's enough. And here's the key. She doesn't have to be great. She just has to look competent. That's it. Because once she looks like she belongs, now the Fever have to ask real questions. Do we need all these 5'9" guards? Are we comfortable with the big rotation? What happens when Damiris Dantes comes back? Can we prioritize size and shooting instead? And from a personal standpoint, this is everything. Because if she steps on that court and doesn't look out of place, that alone changes her trajectory. 6'4", long wingspan, shooting ability, that profile doesn't just get ignored. It doesn't. If an NBA rookie came in, 6'11", could shoot, looked even decent defensively, there's zero chance they're not on a roster. Same principle applies here. So if she looks passable, she's either making the Fever or getting signed immediately somewhere else. That's it. No in between. And yeah, there are teams watching, teams that prioritize upside, potential, development. They see a 22-year-old, size, shooting, improving skill set, they're interested immediately. So even a decent performance puts her on multiple radars. That's why this game matters so much. It's not just preseason, it's a turning point. She has a legitimate chance to make $200,000 plus to secure a roster spot. Because if she hoops, it's no scenario where she just disappears. Hopefully it's with the Fever, but if not, it'll be somewhere, no doubt. Anyway, that's the situation. That's how big this moment is. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.